This is Tom with your fishing report from the Northeast. Cave Run Lake muskies seem to be in that little lull period right before the fall frenzy kicks off. I'd expect to see this picking up rapidly as the water starts to cool back. Also expect to see largemouth and crappie still hanging onto that summer slower period. For bass right now, I'd be looking to fish overnight, slow and near some of the weed beds on the lake. For crappie, again, fishing at night, but I'd recommend fishing under the lights. Grayson cools off a little bit quicker than the larger Cave Run, so expect to see bass and crappie picking up fairly quickly, fairly soon. For the bass, we always have a fall blitz up at the Bruin area of the lake. A few of the bass have some size to them, but there's a ton of fish caught up there during this fall period. Cave Run Lake tailwaters have also slowed back, but our creel clerk reports some nice messes of channel catfish coming out, along with some great panfish creels as well. Other than that, don't forget wade fishing on some of these late summer hot days. It's a great way to cool off and experience something a little bit different. Same story with your local farm ponds. Seems like fishing out in these farm ponds is always a little bit better than on the bigger lakes, and it can always be a great opportunity to get out and enjoy the outdoors a little bit. But that should do it for us in the Northeast. Wherever you go, good luck and stay safe.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Here at Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley, lake levels are essentially at winter pool, and water temps are right around 80 degrees, but should be dropping quickly now that we're finally getting some fall temperatures. The catfish and yellow bass bite has remained consistent, with most catfish still being taken deep in the main or secondary channels. Now the shad are consistently moving shallower and can be found in abundance on the banks in the mornings and evenings. With shallow shad comes shallow crappie, so now is the time to start checking those stake beds to see if they're holding any fish. However, until these water temps hit at least 75, I would expect the majority of the crappie to still be in deeper water. Now, bass fishing should also improve as they key in on the shallow schools of shad. So what should you throw at them? Well, a variety of techniques will work, but having a shad wrap for secondary points, a topwater for surface busting fish, and a flat-sided crankbait for fan casting the flats would all be good ideas. Now, finesse techniques like the Ned rig and shaky head are often maligned for only producing small fish, but most people with that opinion are just salty that they aren't catching fish on their 10-inch slashing bait. So don't let them shame you away from those finesse techniques, as they will often produce big fish as well as small fish. Now, if all else fails, you can throw on that drop shot and embrace the variety of fish that will soon be on the end of your line. As temps drop, the bass will become more concentrated around shallow woody cover like laydowns and stake beds. So don't pass a stake bed without a few casts. Now, below the lakes, the tailwater elevations are low and very stable right now, so it can be a great time to target some white, hybrid, and striped bass, as well as catfish. Now, as I say every week, if you decide to get out on the water, always remember to wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Lake temperatures across the area are running in the upper 70s. It's a great time of year to get out and fish for a few largemouth bass at many of our area lakes, such as Taylorsville, Harrington, Gist Creek, Bullock Pen, and Kincaid Lakes. Try your luck fishing crankbaits, spinner baits, chatter baits, as well as plastic creature baits or plastic worms fished around shoreline cover or sunken brush piles. Check out the department's website at fw.ky for habitat locations at these lakes. You can also try your luck at Beaver, Elmer, McNeely, Corinth, or Boats Lakes for some pan fishing opportunities. These are great lakes to catch a few bluegill and shellcracker. Try your luck using redworms, night crawlers, crickets, mealworms, or waxworms. Concentrate your efforts around shoreline vegetation or shoreline cover for catching a few of these fish. Don't forget about your local streams such as Elkhorn Creek, Floyd's Fork, South Fork Licking for catching smallmouth or rock bass this time of year. These creeks provide great opportunities for catching a few of these fish. Try your luck throwing small crankbaits, spinner baits, small swim jigs, or a small jig and plastic combination can be productive in catching a few of these fish this time of year. And finally, don't forget about your local Finns lakes in your area. They've been stocked with channel catfish over the summer, and in the upcoming months they'll be stocked with trout. So check out the department's website at fw.ky.gov for a complete list of these lakes in your area. So grab a pole, enjoy some great fall fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. This week across the state, we stocked channel catfish, red ear sunfish, bluegill, and brown trout. Channel catfish were stocked in Willisburg Lake, Lincoln Homestead Lake, Spurlington Lake, Cedar Creek Lake, Lake Chumley, Doe Run Valley Lake, City of Walton Lake, and Audubon State Park Lake. Red ear sunfish were stocked in Carr Creek Lake, Buckhorn Lake, Martins Fork Lake, Beaver Lake, Audubon State Park Lake, and City of Walton Lake. Bluegill were also stocked in the City of Walton Lake. The brown trout were stocked in the Cumberland tailwaters. Good luck fishing and stay safe.